Hello, and welcome back to Charmed Persons. Welcome back to the Remains. Thank you for joining us tonight. Um, Without any further ado, let's just jump right into a recap of last week's session, huh?
Yes.
Previously on the Remains, our party found themselves on the streets of a New York City brimming with chaos. Piling into the van of a group of thieves that had saved their lives, our survivors and their companions began the trek to a safe house. Reeling from the events of the past few hours, our party barely began digesting their feelings before danger found them once more. A squad of armed looters in a pickup truck started harassing and following the van with our survivors. After failed attempts to outrun the looters, Calvin, who is the former dealer of Jimmy Carraway, our comedian turned protector, played by Matt Schwartzwalder, Calvin turned his gun on the looters. This caused them to fire back, injuring multiple people. Thinking quickly, Lex Cooper, our violinist turned traumatized survivor, played by Angie Forshee, she threw her stock of sheet music out the back of the van, obscuring the vision of the looters long enough for the others to escape. Victory was short lived as the streets of NYC were filled with obstacles and the van flipped and rolled multiple times. As our survivors gathered themselves, it was discovered that Lex's good friend, TJ Menez, had been shot and killed in the attack from the looters. He died silently and without anyone else noticing, alone. Via O'Leary, one of the thieves of the Central Park Zoo, was thrown from the van and she was killed as well. Our survivors did not have long to collect themselves as they had to immediately start moving to the safe house through a street covered and infected. This battle was short but chaotic. Billy Chesterton, the sponsor and good friend of Ash Murphy, our medical worker turned end-of-the-world medic, played by Ian Pantel, was attacked multiple times and almost taken out. Other survivors were injured, but Jimmy's bat and Officer Alicia Kavanaugh's pistol saved several. Unfortunately, in the chaos, Anita Kent, our vet student turned shell-shocked survivor, played by Emily Kipp, lost control of the leash that she had attached to Bo. The poor boy was scared and ran for safety right into the arms of an infected. Anita made his last moments painless before being dragged away by Mina Aziz, her new friend from the zoo. Lane Fields and Rich O'Leary, the two surviving thieves, escorted the group to their safe house where our survivors could finally take in a breath. Lex, being completely shocked from the events that went on in the past few hours, went to the bathroom of the apartment and actually ended up having a very pleasant moment with Mina. Anita spoke with Richie and they shared in each other's loss. Lane kept an eye out on the city while Calvin sat and complained. Jimmy and Alicia were able to actually have some laughs, which was already becoming sparse. Ash was able to patch up Billy while also finding supplies to help the group in the small bare apartment. This was all the calm before the storm. Rachel Schiff, Ash's ex, arrived at the safe house, bitten. Ash was able to patch up the wound, but Calvin was worked up. Jimmy and Calvin eventually came to words, and then blows, and this ultimately led in Jimmy being shot by Calvin, and Calvin being knocked out by Lane. Using the last of the medical supplies, Ash was able to patch up Jimmy and stop the bleeding. The events of the night were not over. Andy Kent, Anita's older brother, not only survived the trip to the safe house, but also remained unharmed. He came with a military radio that he had swiped, and right before we ended last week's session, a transmission was heard. A transmission that spoke of a military retreat from the city and ended in the phrase, "Roger that, 1200 tomorrow, bombs away." That is where we left off, and that is where we will pick up. Welcome back to New York City. Welcome back to The Remains, Season 2, Part 3, Concrete Jungle. So, all of you are in the apartment. The transmission, I would say, was loud enough for pretty much everybody to kind of hear exactly what was said. Does anybody have any initial reactions to this? You're muted, Lex.
Bombs away, like
They wouldn't.
they're gonna blow up the city.
They're not gonna bomb New York, would they?
No, this is the greatest city in the world. They would bomb this place.
But guys, look at what was happening as we got out of Central Park.
Lane is already looking out the window, and he's just like shaking his head. It makes sense. If they've lost control of the city, they would do anything that they could to make sure that it stayed located here.
We gotta
That
we gotta get out of here then. Right? We gotta can't stay here.
well, if they're gonna bomb the city, I feel like being in the city is not the way to be.
Oh, brilliant idea,
Fucking
Einstein. That's Officer Kavanaugh says.
I like look at Anita and Mina of like the knowing like the farmhouse. We're going to the farm. We're getting out of here and going to the farmhouse.
Andy speaks up in this moment. Our farmhouse?
I mean, yeah, I assume that it's one of the safer places to be right now, but what do you think?
I mean, I guess being away from population is definitely priority number one.
And I mean, we have to make sure that they're okay.
Yeah, I was able to talk to Mom before service went out. Um, they said that they were watching everything on the news, but I mean, they were okay.
There wasn't anything out there.
Not where they were. Now, keep in mind, I mean, we're really in the booties. We've got a lot of land. It's just really our farmhouse for a couple miles.
That's good. That's good.
So it might be worth checking. I mean, I know all of you have places you need to be and people you need to find, but it might
Where's
be a
your
good place to
farmhouse?
start.
It's in the out in the boonies.
Yeah,
It's
upstate.
it's upstate, a couple hours of drive, but
Well, I'm a deep at heart. I'm a people person, so it's gonna be tough to be isolated in a farm, but I think I could probably manage it.
um, at that moment, Andy kind of looks around, and Richie stands up and says, "So, we all getting an invite? Is that what I'm hearing?"
I mean, we don't have all the room in the world, but for right now, I think anyone who wants to come is welcome. There's power in numbers.
Richie kind of looks over at Lane. Lane kind of like looks over his shoulder, nods. At least until we get out of the city. Definitely makes sense to stick together.
How do we get out of the city?
That would be question number one, Billy says. We don't got a van no more.
No. And
Some place that you were supposed to meet. You had a client that you were getting.
Yeah, yeah, we were meeting him in Connecticut, across the border. It's a much longer drive, but it's worth a shot.
Was the monkey okay after the car accident and everything? I kind of got distracted by the apocalypse.
Richie kind of like rolls his eyes, but it also shows like a flash of shame, and like goes over to the table and lifts off the cloth on the cage, and the monkey is alive, and it's not a monkey, it's an ape.
I'm so sorry.
And it's he's sitting there, and he's just kind of like looking around.
Oh shit! It's a monkey.
Um, do you guys have stuff to feed him? I mean, what is your plan here? You stole an ape. We
I
do
mean,
have to circle back to that.
It was only gonna take us like an hour and a half to get there. You know.
I mean, I'm sure that he's hungry. She.
He.
He. Um, I'm gonna look around the kitchen.
Yeah.
See if there's anything that a monkey could eat.
There's a
An
couple
ape
of
that an ape could eat.
there's a
He's
couple
just
of
a little. I mean.
there's a couple of sleeves of saltines, and like an unopened box of protein bars.
Monkeys love protein bars. Apes don't love protein bars.
But I do think apes love saltines, so I'll give him some saltines. I'll give him just a little stack of saltines,
Okay, so you go up to the cage.
and I just gently, hi, buddy.
He reaches out.
Are there like slits in the cage?
Yeah.
Just kind of hand one through.
Give him one saltine. He looks at it. He like bites into it. But he's like still keeps eating it. And then Richie
He
kind
coughs
of
and it.
yeah, Richie kind of like walks over and he's like, here, and he hands you a water bottle.
And I'll, oh my God, I had like one of those like pop up water bottles in my, or water bowls in my bag for Bo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like slip it through, some water in it, give him some water.
He drinks and makes the saltines go down a little bit easier. He like if you like get a little bit close to the cage, he like nabs some from you.
Manners.
Woo! Eats it.
I'll just give him like, I don't know, half a sleeve of saltines.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, maybe we should start rationing our food a little bit. We're in the apocalypse. Look, monkeys seems like a cool monkey, but
It's an ape.
I don't know the difference. It looks like a monkey to me.
Anita does.
Yeah, Anita knows the difference. For sure she does. She has not messed up one of these times.
There's
Not once.
obviously a huge difference.
Well, we all have to eat here. Nobody's stopping you from eating saltines or protein bars.
Yeah, now that the protein bars are visible, several of the NPCs walk up and grab one.
Oh yeah, I'll grab two. Put one. In my pocket.
Rachel is sitting over at the couch.
Yeah.
And she looks over at Ash, and she kind of like raises her eyebrows a little bit.
Oh my god.
You are very familiar with what this look means. She's wordlessly asking if maybe you can grab her one.
Ew.
I roll my eyes and you're hurt. I'll get you one. Fine.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Walk it over. Like you should eat this though. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I honestly, I was just kind of messing with you, but it does hurt to like get up. So thanks. And she just goes to town on this protein bar. Like doesn't care what it looks like. Like just is very hungry.
Hey, Officer Kavanaugh, you want me to grab you a protein bar?
I can grab my own. Thank you very much. Would you like me to grab you one?
No, actually, I already.
I think
grabbed
you
two.
should sit. Oh, you. All right. Well, you're moving around really well after getting a shot of. Ash did a good job.
Yeah. Hey, thanks to Ash. That's. Yeah. Hey, thanks again. Yeah.
Keep not moving around.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, this is apocalypse. Like, I can't really do the whole like 6 to 8 weeks to rest thing.
That's true.
What time is it now? Anyway, does anybody know?
Richie, or no, Lane pulls out a pocket watch analog, and looks at it. Right now it is 8:30.
And that's obviously PM.
Well, do you see the sun out there, jackass?
I look out the window.
It's nighttime.
No, I don't.
Richie, kind of walks over, puts a hand on Lane's shoulder. All right. What are we gonna do about this guy? And he points down to the unconscious Calvin.
I said we just leave him. He can fend for himself. We're not killing him technically, but fuck him. You know, it's like you're only as good as your weakest link, and obviously he's a loose cannon.
Everybody else?
I can't defend him. I think leaving him here is as good as we can do.
Maybe we leave him some supplies, not a lot, but a day's worth of food and water. Couple
Then we've
protein
got
bars.
15 hours to get out of the city.
Yeah, it's true.
Mina is kind of like silent in this moment, and she looks over at you, Lex, like kind of questioning Ayla, and she kind of like shrugs her shoulder, like, "What do we? What do you think?"
Um, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you okay? I mean, I know you're not okay, but like, do you need to sit down?
Um, I is there like a porch or something, or like a? Ooh, is it hot in here?
Lane, still like mainly focusing out the window, looks over her shoulder. There's the rooftop.
I'll be right back, and I'll try to see if I can get to the roof.
Yeah, easily enough. Mina kind of looks over at you, Anita, and she says, "Well, I can't let her go out there alone. So I'm gonna go make sure she's okay."
Uh, to me?
Yeah. Mina said that to Anita.
Yeah, of course. Do you want me to come? I'll come.
No, your brother just got here. I was just letting you know where I was going.
Okay, well, be careful.
Yeah, buddy system. I'm gonna go catch up, and she like
Do
kind
you
of. Oh, go ahead. She
do
turns
you
back
have
around.
do you have a weapon?
Her eyes kind of go wide. A wep? No.
I'm gonna just give her my hunting knife, so just in case,
You like
just in case you need it.
take it out, hand it to her. She looks down at it. Um. I'll yell if I need anything.
But she does take it.
No.
Okay, I can't make her take it.
Yeah, and she walks out. In the meantime, anybody else doing anything?
Just sitting down on the couch,
Yeah.
antsy because I want to be like up and like pacing around, but just like just sitting down, like,
Got
all
the
right,
leg shake
you
going.
know, yeah, we should. People are going out on the roof. We should really get out of here. I don't feel good about this.
We don't have any time to rest.
I mean,
I mean, you just
the
got
bomb is not going
shot,
to wait for
man.
us.
We could leave in the middle of the night. We could sleep for a little while right now, and we could leave in the
Yeah,
middle.
man, it's
of
not
the
going to
night.
take us 15 hours even if we walked out of this city. I mean, right? Would it?
I can't walk out of this city right now without some rest.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can afford a few hours, right? Just to set ourselves right a little bit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm talking out loud here. I'm not trying to decide anything with the group. This is Richie talking.
I agree. I think we need to rest.
Um, Alicia kind of sits down on the couch next to Jimmy, and she grabs your hand. Are you okay with that?
You know, yeah, we should rest. We should. I mean, I got shot. We should rest, but I just think we should try to leave as quickly as possible as soon as we're all ready.
She's not. She
Thank you.
not. Yeah, she nods and she looks at the rest of the group. I agree with Jimmy. We can't do it for long. And then she like squeezes
agree.
your head like an affirmation. Um, Billy kind of stands up, a little bit rough, but he's feeling good. Cracks his back. Looks at Ash. Looks at everybody. All right, now the real question is how the fuck are we getting out of here? Are we walking? We're gonna try to find another way.
I mean, I don't know if even finding a vehicle would do us any good. You saw how crazy the streets are.
True.
Yeah.
True. But I also
And I
know
think
that there's a lot of land between us and the outside of this city. That's a lot of things to just go through.
we can get as far as we can with a car. I just think that anybody who heard that is going to be trying to get out of the city, and that's
Mm.
probably more people than we think.
The bridges are probably totally packed. I mean, there's only a certain number of entry points into where we are. So I say, yeah, get a car, go as fast as we can. But I feel like most of this is going to be traversing. Maybe we can find some bikes,
Hmm.
skateboards, rollerblades. I actually had
Okay.
to learn how to rollerblade for one of my movies. Actually, that scene got cut.
Sucks.
Yeah,
Do you still
still
know
got
how to
paid though.
rollerblade?
Yeah, we'll find out.
um,
Good point though. We are on an island. I don't. Are the bridges even going to be accessible? Should we be going
that's a good point.
for a boat?
Lane
Oh,
speaks up, and go ahead, Anita.
I was just gonna look at Andy and say, did you see anything? I mean, you were out on the bridge. I know that you didn't see a lot,
Well,
but
the
what do you think?
bridges are definitely down for sure. I mean, as far as vehicles getting through, we might be able to walk over one. That's There's a lot of people on them, so I don't know exactly how we feel about that. Lane turns around and he says, "The way I see it, we have limited options. We can go by foot. If we do that, I advise that we find tracks, subway leading into outer trains and out of this city. I feel like that might be an easier road to travel than roads. Um, so that would be my option if we're going to go on foot, is to find the nearest railroad tracks. Um, like Ash said, there's the water. We can try and just straight shot it to the harbour from here. Um, we could also look for a vehicle, or and he kind of looks over at Andy and looks down at his hand. We could try to use that. And he's gesturing to the military radio.
Mm.
And as he says that, we'll cut back a little bit earlier to Lex making your way to the nearby stairwell, and you hear footsteps kind of jogging from behind you. Hey, wait up!
I'll just like clock it, but keep going
Okay.
straight
Yep.
forward.
Um,
Up,
yeah.
up, up.
Yeah. So you go up the you're on the third floor right now, just two more floors, 5-story building, and you make your way to the rooftop access. You open up the roof, you get there, and um, im- immediately there is a sense of relief as cool, fresh air hits your lungs. Um, but that lasts mere seconds as the noises of the city enter your ears. You hear screaming near and far. You hear the sound of gunfire, sirens, and chaos. You look over the city and you see fires and flames and just strewn all about the city. None of them taking over the city, but random spots where maybe a car exploded or a singular building is on fire. And it is weird that you are here and experiencing this. But also, it is somewhat relieving because, like I said, it's fresh air.
Where would you say we are in New York City? We were in Central Park. Is the safe house like east,
That is
west,
a great
south?
question. I should have had a map for you guys.
That's okay. I have Google Maps pulled up.
Yeah. I apologize. I'm pulling up a map as well. Stream, you can follow along. Pull up a map of New York City. Um,
Play along at home.
We'll be using the longitude and latitude.
gosh, why is this taking so long? I might be guessing. Yeah, I'm already starting to drop some frames because I'm doing
That's
this.
okay. It's not that important. All I would
Yeah.
want to do is,
To be honest, I don't know New York very well, and I haven't thought that through.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. No, I just if we're on the 5th floor, I think getting up there, clear my head. I like take a couple deep breaths, totally aware that Mina followed me.
Yes.
And I'm assuming continued to follow me all the way up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you hear the door. Actually, as a point of order, you hear the door open behind you after, probably 10, 15 seconds. But you do not hear footsteps approach.
Oh. That's curious. I'll look.
You look back and she is she's just standing at the door giving you your space. Yeah.
Already I'm like,
yeah, no, I get it. No, she's just standing at the door giving you your space. Yeah. By the way, after looking at a map here, because it's so close to the Central Park Zoo, and honestly I was gonna guess this anyway, and it's cool, I was actually right. You're like somewhere in Hell's Kitchen.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're in it.
Yeah, you're in New York City. You're close to the Lincoln Tunnel.
Yeah.
You're much further away from the Holland Tunnel. But those are your two closest across from water places. Yeah. Or, like you said, there's a straight shot from Hell's Kitchen right where you are to any number of harbors that exist there. So. Actually, right where Sully landed the plane, apparently.
Whoa.
Oh, what a hero. I love that guy.
He didn't do it technically, though, yeah. When did
he hasn't. No.
2015?
Yeah, he has not done that.
I could be wrong.
Wow, Last of Us robbed us of Sully.
Yeah. In this world, there is no Sully.
So you look behind you, and she is looking in your direction, and then kind of embarrassingly looks away. And you get the pretty obvious sense that she does not want you to be alone, but also doesn't want to be rude.
Yeah, wow, she's so considerate, and it's off-putting. Yeah, I'll just take a couple deep breaths, look around, and then turn to her and say, you followed me this far, don't stop now.
Well, I know you, you've been through a lot, and maybe you wanted your space. Okay.
I mean, I kind of just wanted to see.
Yeah, no. And she looks, and she's coming up, and she kind of steps up, not really looking at you, but just looking outward. You're both not looking at each other, but looking out in the same direction. This is horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It's like a movie.
I wish. I wouldn't watch it, though.
Yeah, this would not be a movie that I watched.
We gotta get out of here, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I feel like we need to go north.
That's where they said the farmhouse is, right?
Well, yeah, and I don't know, I think everybody's swarming the bridges. Everybody's trying to get to Jersey or Pennsylvania or
Oh, you mean north on this island?
Yeah. All the way. Fuck bridges, fuck the water, we just walk.
So up. Okay, yeah.
And it might take longer, but at least we skip all of the bullshit and get out of the city and not into more populated. Oh my god, I sound like my fucking brother. He was into this shit.
Really?
Can you believe it? Yeah, he was on have you ever heard of Reddit?
No.
It's some it's like the internet on the internet or some shit. I don't know. And like
Okay.
he was like in these like dark, nasty parts of it where like all these people were talking about this conspiracy theory, and he'd call me and he'd be like, Lex, you hear about this mushroom stuff? Like, Lex, you hear about, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And now I'm like, oh fuck, I should have listened.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's
And I
a
just,
hindsight's
like,
2020, you know.
Sorry, this is crazy.
No, I think you're right, and I think it's a good idea, and I think we should take it to the group. Don't doubt yourself.
Are we a group now?
Oh, I guess I did just say that, didn't I?
Oh god.
Well, what else are we?
I mean, I do not like that Calvin guy.
No, he's an asshole,
He's-
clearly.
If he comes, I'm no, he's not. No.
I get what the group is saying, and you know, I'm not going to fight anybody, but leaving someone behind feels wrong.
Even if they're a danger.
I mean, I guess I just like to believe that everybody's capable of some good.
Are
But
you one of those people whose parents were happy?
um,
Are you an only child?
I am an only child.
Oh,
Um,
I was totally joking.
it's okay. But it was just me and my mom, and
Oh,
she always saw the good in people, and I don't know. I wish I would have been more like that before. Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I didn't-
it's fine. And as you kind of have this giggly awkwardness, you hear the door of the rooftop open, and you see two
I like-
figures.
Yeah.
You see two figures step out. One one is a larger bald man with a beard.
Oh no.
Where
These are strange. Oh, I didn't mean.
Oh no.
Sorry. I meant oh no, like I don't recognize them.
Not bald.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh wow, that was
Sorry.
so funny.
Lex is just embodying me.
And the other is a skinny black man with a kind of like rain parka. And they both kind of walk out. The bald guy speaks up first. I thought we heard somebody talking up here. What are you two doing up there?
And I like step in front of Mina a little bit to like put their attention on me. We're leaving.
Oh,
It's
no
fucking crazy out
reason.
there.
No reason to leave so soon. I mean, yeah, like you just said, it's nuts. I mean, are you two safe?
Yeah, we're safe.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Fuck off, man. We're fine.
Oh, hey. As he's like kind of talking to you, his friend is slowly moving
No.
to the side.
No, I get my pocket knife out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No.
Oh, what are you gonna do with that? You gonna stick me like a pig?
Oh, sick. I said fuck off, man.
He
I don't have anything you want. I don't have anything you need.
reaches into his jacket and pulls out a magnum, and just kind of lets it hang at his side.
I'm laughing because I'm nervous.
Eh.
Angie, that was Angie saying that. That was not her saying that. I just, keep my hand on my knife.
I think you should pass me that blade you have there.
I'll look at Mina.
She looks at you and her eyes are wide.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
How close is
very subtly shaking her head.
I'll look at the guy and I'll say, "You got a gun. What do you need a knife for?"
These are dangerous times, little miss.
Yeah.
It's gonna be survival of the fittest out there, and I am looking to be quite fit.
Interesting.
So you just pass me that knife, and you're free to go. How about that? No reason for any violence here. I just need that knife.
How close is the guy who was circling us?
About 6 feet away.
Okay.
And he's like pretty much directly to your right now.
Directly to my right. Okay. I look at him and I say, I'm sorry. I don't want any trouble. I was just trying to get some air with my friend, and
I understand.
truth be told, I hurt my leg earlier, and here, and I'll like hold my knife out to give it to him, and it's like I can't really step up, and here, just take it.
He kind of cocks his head.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a lie check for me. It's gonna be a high DC.
I have a question, stat-wise,
Yes.
because it says that I'm proficient in lie, but
Mhm.
it's one of my lower stats.
It's just
And I
it
don't
still
have
adds
this,
charisma.
right?
It just charismatic plus proficiency bonus. So maybe you're
what's the
charismatic. Or not charismatic.
Is that the cunning?
Yeah, no, the communication. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it is right. Okay.
Yeah.
Rolling a lie check. Natural 20.
Are you kidding me?
Natural 20 on my blood dice. Next to the knife, I'm taking a picture.
He looks at you. See, that's so crazy because you walked up all of these stairs. And that's why the DC was so high. But you hit a natural 20. So, like, how is he gonna be this...
I'm just a widow girl.
How is he gonna be
so
this dumb?
weak.
Okay, what I'm gonna play this as is he clearly does not buy your lie.
Yeah.
But he does think that, like, all right, well, she doesn't want any trouble, and so he does step forward.
Okay.
And he goes to grab the knife.
And he's right-handed, I'm assuming?
He has the pistol in his right hand, and he's going to grab the knife with his left.
All right. As he comes towards me, boom, stab. And
all right, roll for an attack.
I am going to use my bonus action Fight Dirty to add advantage to this.
Okay, yep.
When Angie asked if
And I got another natural 20.
Oh,
so I'm not going to use my bonus action. I'm going to take that natural 20. And this is the best I've ever fucking rolled. Thank you, Mercury, out of the Gatorade.
Okay, all right. I see your 2 nat 20s.
I've never gotten 2 nat 20s in anything.
So
Thank you for these blood dice.
Technically that means you've hit the headshot range with this guy. But narratively, what I'm gonna say that happens is he steps forward. You move his hand to the left, kind of moving him to the side, and you stab him right in the abdomen. He, surprised at this, turns back to you, causing you to just like open the gash on his side.
Yeah.
Blood immediately starts pouring out of his body. The gun goes off. Here's what we're gonna roll.
Yeah.
There are 4 potential places that this bullet is gonna go. One of them is you.
Cool.
One of
Absolutely.
them is his friend.
Yeah.
One of them is out in the air somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is Mina.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So
roll these.
2 out of 4, half
Yeah.
chance it could hit someone.
I'm gonna roll the classic D100. 1 to 25 is you. 26 to 50 is Mina.
Oh my god.
51 to 75 is nowhere. And 76 to 100 is the guy.
Cool.
Okay?
Are you doing Chat of Doom?
I'm doing Chat of Doom.
How did you Chat of Doom?
You ready?
Yeah.
That is a 71. That's just out in the air.
Out in the air.
So out in the air, nothing. And we are going to cut back to...
Thank you.
We're going to cut back to everybody still in the apartment.
Jesus.
As Lane has kind of finished laying out these options. And he looks over towards Ash and says, my personal opinion, maybe we should try the harbor.
That sounds good. I don't know anything about boats, but we're not far from...
We just need to find something to get us a little bit further north. What's everyone else's thoughts? He looks over at you, Jimmy.
Boat's a good choice, I think. We could just find one boat to just get us to the other side. Really, that's all we need. But the river goes up. We can ride the river potentially pretty far north.
Alicia kind of smiles and she says, I'm on board as long as Jimmy gets to be captain.
I knew I liked
thought
you.
he was the comedian.
She laughs. Rachel kind of chuckles and she says, yeah, I mean, Ash is showing off their intelligence yet again. Great idea. Billy literally goes, huh. Yeah, boat, fine. Like definitely directed towards Rachel. Richie kind of nods his head. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Andy looks over at you, Anita.
Man, it's a good idea, but what are the chances we get there and there are no boats?
Andy nods his head. Aye.
You have your own boat?
No, I'm saying the chances are high, you're right.
Oh. So is that something we really want to risk when we're up against time like this? Or, okay, better question. What are the chances that if we got there and there were no boats, we would still have time to figure out a plan B, to find the tunnels?
Well, we're going in the direction of the tunnels anyway if we go towards the water.
Yeah, true.
True.
And the harbor, I mean, the harbor's going to have less people than the tunnels or bridges, I would say.
Yeah, but if there's no boats, there's no boats.
But, like you said, I do think it'll be sparse enough to let us plan a little bit.
I think you're right. I just think we need to think about plan B too. It seems like...
Hey, worst case, does everybody know how to swim?
I mean, they're not wrong. It's not the longest swim in the world. Just to get to the other side, at the very least.
Yeah. How hard can swimming be, you know?
You don't know how to swim?
No, man, I'm not,
That makes a lot of sense to me.
I hate the water. It's just like makes
All right,
me
I'll
feel
carry
icky.
you. I'll carry you. How about that?
That's blood.
No. I'll carry you.
She laughs and rolls her eyes. In this moment of brief levity, all of you hear crack, a large echoed gunshot come from the direction of the rooftop. I was gonna say, it's like, would you be able to tell? And yeah, I think you could tell.
Yeah.
I was already pretty concerned that Mina didn't take a weapon, so I think I would be up and running up the stairs as quickly as I could.
Okay. Hey, where are you? And then Andy comes running after you, and so does Richie. Does anybody else go?
I tell Billy and Rachel to stay here. I gotta go help.
Lane looks at you and nods his head. He says, "I've got him. Don't worry."
No, I'm staying. I should really just sit down.
Yeah, I've got all the injured, and he looks over at you.
Hey, don't lump me in with the injured. I'm capable.
And Officer Kavanaugh.
Oh, I do. I was gonna say, yeah, Officer Kavanaugh.
Yeah, Officer Kavanaugh stands up, pats you on the shoulder, Jimmy, and she says, "I'll leave you here with the injured." And she starts going up.
Okay.
In that amount of time, Angie, I need you to roll an agility check for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a 21.
Nice. He does not beat it.
Good.
That guy, you get to act again. He jumps back, incredibly surprised, is looking down at his partner, looks up at you. You see him take out basically what is a machete.
Nice. Sick. Can I grab this guy's gun?
Yes.
Amazing. I'm going to grab this guy's gun.
Okay.
What is it?
It is a 34 Magnum. It is 6-chambered bullets. One of them has just been used. So you have 5 remaining bullets.
Is that a shotgun?
Sorry, that is
or
a
handgun?
I apologize. That is a handgun.
Thank you. Can you mansplain guns? Actually, I need it.
No, but I'll DM-splain you any day.
Thank you. Okay, so a handgun.
So yeah, a handgun, but with 5 remaining bullets.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and I'm going to point it at Machete Man.
Just point it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna get Mina behind me again.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna say, "Hey man, I'm from Texas." And like point the gun at him.
Roll a threaten check, and I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
A threat.
Because you're from Texas.
Because I'm from Texas. Like, that was the one cool thing I did. Okay, I'm still growing into this. Oh, of course. Okay, that's a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
It's not that he's not very wary of what's going on. It's just that he thinks he's a little bit quicker than you.
Yeah.
You see him like dodge to the side, and then lift up, and he's going to attempt to attack you.
Cool. That's fair. Is our dex our agility? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
With an 18 on the die, he is going to hit you.
An 18 on the die? No, I have really good AC.
He does 3 points of damage to you. As he takes the machete and swipes it at you, you instinctively use your forearm to block yourself, causing him to cut a very large gash in your forearm. However, it does save you from any more mortal wounds. Mina screams at this point, but it is your turn.
That was my left hand then?
Yeah,
not the gun hand.
Yeah, your left. You have the gun in the right hand, I'm assuming.
And then
Well, did you put your knife in? Actually, okay.
I would have dropped my knife to get the gun.
Just dropped it. Yeah, honestly, with as much as you like, it's like still stuck in that guy probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, you picked it. So yeah, right hand, block with the left. What do you do?
Cool. Shit, man, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, roll for an attack.
I'm gonna use advantage. Fight dirty.
Fight dirty. Okay.
That was a natural 1.
Oh no.
And that is a 13.
13 is going to hit. So actually, let me make sure.
Is that a half?
Yeah, I actually wrote stats for peepees.
Pee-pee stats?
Yeah, that's just at the highest range of half, but yeah, that is half.
Okay. Then That is going to be 7, so 3.
Yeah, 3. So 3 points of damage. As you fire again, it goes right through his abdomen and out the other side, but kind of more so to the right. It really only goes through like muscle tissue. Ugh! You bitch! And he is going to swing his machete at you again.
This is bad.
But that is a 9 plus 3, which is 12.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. So he swings it again. You're able to dodge out of the way. I'm assuming you shoot one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for attack.
Come on, baby.
You gotta fight dirty
And
again.
this is my round, right? Yeah, so I can bonus action again.
Yeah, it's like very short.
I'm gonna fight dirty
Okay.
again because that was another natural 1.
Oof.
And that is a 21.
21. With a looter, 21 and over is the headshot. So you, he swipes at you, cuts your arm, you shoot him in the side. He moves, he goes to hit you again as he raises up, missing you. You just kind of dodge to the side, point up, pull the gun. You actually, because you used fight dirty, he's going in to hit you. You just immediately, instinctively knee him right in the balls. He buckles over, and as he buckles over, you just put the magnum right underneath him. Fire. You're immediately covered in blood, and your ear starts ringing. But he falls to the ground dead. Mina is like shaken up. She like grabs you and turns you. Are you okay?
I grab her and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Oh god. And like realize blood is all over me.
And she like is like doing the same reaction, but like keeping her hands on the side of your face. And just put.
I'm so sorry.
She makes you look at her. And she says, "Just look at me. You did great. You did great. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to see that.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine." And she pulls you in and she gives you a hug. And as that happens, everybody who was running up, Anita comes running, Andy, Richie, and Ash and Officer Kavanaugh, all come running up, and you all see Mina and Lex hugging. Lex is covered in blood. There is a man bleeding out.
Modern romance.
There's a man bleeding out right below them with some of his entrails hanging out. And right next to him is a man with a good chunk of the top of his skull completely missing. And you heard the last gunshot like seconds before you got up here.
Oh.
Holy shit, what happened? Are you guys okay?
Richie immediately comes out almost like a trained soldier with his rifle and immediately is like scoping the rooftop. Is everything clear? Is everything all right?
I mean, judging by the 2 dead guys, it does seem like it.
Holy shit.
They just came up. I was just trying to get a better view, and they just came up and they were trying to fuck with us, and he pointed a gun, and
Are you okay? I look at her and Mina.
Yeah, my
okay?
arm is like cut, right?
Yeah, you see that her
I like
arm is
hold
cut.
up. Like he hit me. That guy.
I don't know if I mean it looked pretty much like they were gonna attack us. I don't think he would have stopped at the knife.
Hey, I'm just glad you guys are okay.
Let's get you cleaned up, honey. Why don't you sit down?
Before I let Ash like make me sit down, I'll run over to the guy who I gutted and like grab my knife and like wipe it off on my pants and put it in my pocket, and then
sorry, go ahead.
That's it, and then go back to Ash.
Richie is starting to like look through this guy's body. As you run up, grab the knife, he kind of like jolts back, looks at you. You see him like give like a nod of like, I'm impressed.
I'm not a killer, I
and he
swear.
goes through the guy's body. He finds his wallet, puts it in his own jacket. Doesn't find anything else, and then you see Richie start to drag this man's body to the edge of the rooftop.
What are you gonna do
I'll,
with him?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to sit here next to this guy?
Oh no, I guess not.
All right. And he continues to drag.
I'll look through the other body.
You look through the other body. You find absolutely nothing. Not even any identification or anything. It's clear that these men were sparsely supplied.
There's a machete.
There is a machete, though. Yeah.
A machete.
What are the stats for a machete?
Um,
Is it different?
I guess I don't have.
Is it different than a knife?
Make it a submachine
I think a
gun plus
hunting-
a knife.
I think a hunting knife is a bit better than a knife, right? Or is
Yeah.
there's
Well, a hunting knife would be like a K-bar or like a
somebody knows her?
I-
Yeah.
machete. Is.
I would say a
Are you saying
machete.
knife or a small knife?
Okay, yeah. Well, then I would just have machete as.
A knife.
D8 plus Dex instead
Yeah,
of D6.
I would say. A
Yeah,
machete.
I would say a machete is like baseball bat stats.
Which is a D6. Which is the same as.
You know
so
what they
it's-
say.
But it's but it's
strength.
agility instead of strength. Yeah.
Okay.
So
The
agility.
machete is the baseball bat of knives.
Yeah.
That's
Agility.
the same
plus
as a knife.
a D8.
This says baseball bat's a D6.
Oh. Oh well, then never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I would say a D8. So it's a D8 plus. I rolled D6s for it, but okay, whatever.
Blade.
D8 plus Dex, and by Dex I mean agility plus proficiency. You know how the weapons go.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll take the machete and hand it to Mina and say, I think you need to learn how to use this.
she like revoltingly puts her hand back. No, I'm not touching that thing.
I'll put it like in my belt and grab my hunting knife. We take this then?
Mina kind of like looks at you and like starts to shake her head, looks over at you, Lex. You do anything?
As I'm being patched up.
She grabs the handle, very like holds it like this, and then kind of like puts it in her belt.
We'll
Thanks.
work on it.
I know how to handle
You
a
look like a
knife. I
badass.
just okay.
Hey, I get it. I get that you don't want to, but I think you have to.
I just think it's easier for others than it is for me. Ash, you don't currently have any medical supplies.
No.
So what do you do as you
At
kind
this
of?
point in time, I am just like, she's covered in another person's blood, so I
Mhm.
am like, rinse out the cut with some spare water.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
When we get down to the back to the apartment, like soap and water and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
right-
And there's like probably a towel or something that you can like not do any healing, but can at least wrap it around.
prestidigitation of the rest of the blood.
Yeah.
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 Did you find alcohol, Ian? Or did you find something else?
We do have alcohol.
Because I was gonna say I have a rag, so if we can like
We have 2 alcohol and a rag. I read down what all of us found.
So yeah, you guys can
get
definitely.
the alcohol from someone in order to do that. Is that someone here in this room? Are you in this room?
Hello?
I'm just gonna say you guys have these supplies with you. So
Okay.
so if you wanted to craft a med kit with alcohol and rag, you definitely can.
I'd say that's probably the best use of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
a
zeroed
Molotov.
it out in my
Cool.
heal me.
So you now have a med kit worth of 7 points of healing.
How hurt are you?
I'm at 7 out of 15.
Okay. Well, I think we got to get you up to 10 at least.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we're gonna want to keep some of the supplies for later. A distant thud is heard. All right, that's both of them. Should probably get back downstairs. Everyone's gonna be wondering what's going on.
Yeah, we needed to talk as a whole group about what we're gonna do too, I think.
Yeah. Looks like you guys got yourself taken care of. He kind of looks over at you, Lex. Looks like you all can handle yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and head back down. And gives you like a nod of respect, and then walks down the staircase.
look at Ash and just say, thank you for, I don't know, like taking care of us all.
Yeah. Do my best. Thanks for keeping yourself and Mina safe.
Shot a guy.
Yeah. I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'm sorry that happened. Fuck people, and especially now when things are so fucked up.
He was gonna hurt us, I think.
Yeah.
He was. He's right.
I think now more than ever, we have to trust our gut on that. I believe you.
Ash, you're. I just want to. I echo. I echo what Lex said. I'm just glad we found you.
Hey, if hurting people isn't your thing, we found a book that might help with healing people. If you're more interested in that.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'd love to help in any way that I can, for sure. It's not that I. Listen, I live in New York City. I'm a single woman. I know how to take care of myself, but I don't know. I just tend to freeze up, and you see that her eyes start to swell, and water wells up. I couldn't even try to save Lex. You see that she can't look over at you. I was a coward.
No.
I just let you
No.
stand in front of me, Lex. I'm sorry.
Doesn't make you a coward. If anything, it makes me fucking crazy.
I don't think you're a coward, and I don't think you're crazy. I think we're humans, and we're flawed, and we can't help the way that we feel. And I want both of you to stick around a little bit longer so we can all work on taking care of each other.
Okay.
Let's go downstairs.
Yeah. As you all start to head downstairs, Andy stops you, Anita. Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Just can we stay up here for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Who the fuck are these people?
Oh, yeah. So I was in Central Park, right?
Yeah.
And a few of these people helped us get out, and the rest of them got out with us. This is their safe house. They brought us here.
Anita, you seem pretty okay with the fact that this new friend of yours just murdered 2 people, and the other friend of yours gave a really inspiring speech as to why that's okay.
I see your point. I hear you. But I mean, I know it was only a few hours, but I've been through some shit with these people, and if they say that they got attacked and they were defending themselves, then I believe them.
How do you even know that they had the gun? How do you know that Lex just hasn't had it this whole time?
Because we've had to deal with some shit. If she had a gun the whole time and almost let herself die back there, that would be really stupid.
Listen, I'm not trying to. I trust you, and I trust who you trust, but I'm your big brother.
I know.
And I gotta take care of you, and. You're hanging out with people who stole an ape?
That is weird. I haven't quite gotten over that one yet.
And drug dealers?
They're the ones that helped us get out. I didn't know that guy was a drug dealer. I'm not so keen on him coming to the farm with us, to be honest. I haven't quite figured out how to say that.
Anita, That's what else I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know if any of these people should come to our farm. We have family there. We're bringing dangerous people back to our family. When we get out of this city and when we make sure that they can find their own way safely, we do that. But we're not bringing them back there.
How about we talk about this again after we've actually gotten out of the city?
Anita. He kind of squints his eyes at you. You're so stubborn.
So are you.
I know. Fine. He kind of chuckles to himself, and he starts to walk down the stairs, but then he turns back and looks, and he's just grabs you in a big old hug and lifts you up.
I hug him back.
He puts you back down. I love you, loser. And he walks down.
I just kind of kick his butt as he goes down.
With that, pretty short conversation, so everybody just kind of continues to make their way. Anita and Andy eventually follow, and everyone is back in the safe house. Richie has told you, Jimmy, and everybody else kind of what happened up there, and he says it very matter of factly. He was he came in and just said, yeah, both of them were up there. Two fucking idiots attacked. Girl handled herself. That's all I know.
What do you mean handled herself?
She killed him.
Lex?
Yeah. The one with the violin, right?
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. Maybe there's a sniper in that case.
Hey, Billy, right? As part of we're the injured crew.
Billy, you look over at Billy, who's in the lounge chair. Yeah. Billy, that's my name.
What's your name? I look over at Rachel.
Rachel. It's Rachel.
Okay. And sorry if I'm getting a little too personal, but you two and Ash are kind of in a love triangle thing.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck her. Fuck her. And Rachel scoffs. Billy wishes. Ash and I are, and you see Rachel kind of it's complicated. Billy says they're fucking done is what they are. She's their ex. I'm
okay.
I know Ash from work. I also too work at a retirement home. I'm the janitor.
Wow. And you two, Billy and Rachel, you two are not a thing
No, we are not.
Because I really think that you two would, I don't know, there's something about your vibes that I feel like.
Ew. Oh, did any of you get bit?
No. Wait, you got bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why Calvin freaked out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not. How you feeling? Because
I felt like shit, and then I came here, and seeing Ash was good, and but yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling so hot. I don't know. Honestly, this probably could be infected. I probably that guy looked really dirty. Oh, I need some antibiotics or something.
Yeah, for sure. Just while we're thinking about, just kind of stay on that side of the room.
The door opens up. Everybody else returns. She kind of looks at you and feels like she might say something, but then kind of just it seems like she's too weak, and she just nods her head and looks down. Richie looks at everybody returning. I filled him in, so Lex, if you want to take a second to get yourself cleaned up, then we can maybe all continue the discussion.
Oh boy, my new home. the bathroom. And I like walk to.
Yeah.
If the shower is working, I would just get in the shower with my clothes on.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to like see if I
For
can
sure.
like catch the blood before it's gonna just make my shirt like pink or
Yeah.
something.
The water is still working, and it is even still hot water. So
Yeah.
you are able to take a shower. The rest of you are outside while this is going on. Andy walks up to you, Ash, and he says, "There's not much left, but it's what I used to patch myself up when after the helicopter landed. But here you go. It looks like you can. Looks like you know how to use it better than me." And he gives you like plastic, like was in the chopper, like emergency thing, med kit that has, even with your ability, like 4 points left. So as if you would use 3 of it.
I give, as Andy's walking back, just a little smirk of like, you're trusting someone.
Maybe they'll save my life. Okay.
Maybe they all will.
Where did you learn how to do all that? Andy says to Ash.
I went to school. I studied to be a nurse. I work in a assisted living facility now. It's mostly taking care of old people, but you know, not as glamorous as some other places. But hey, they're friendly.
Sounds like maybe that could have saved your life.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this kind of
would
went.
have saved ours a couple times.
I think a lot of this kind of went down at any place that had doctors. You know?
Yeah, I hate to think about what's going on right now.
Yeah. Everybody kind of falls silent in the room. A silence that lasts long for Lex to return, having cleaned herself
Awkward.
up. Mina is like waiting, leaning against the wall with a towel outside the bathroom because she heard the shower, and she looks over at you. In your clothes?
Yeah, there was blood all over them.
Okay, well, here you go.
Thank you.
Sorry. Is this weird? I'm being too familiar, aren't I?
No, I don't. And I like look to see. This is like out in the open, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone, like, you
Yeah.
interrupted. You interrupted like an awkward silence.
Yeah, and I just like turn bright red. And, like,
Hey, you two lovebirds. Let's talk about our next
my
stops as a
God.
group.
Yeah, Mina.
We're not-
No. Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
I mean,
I don't. We
you
just
know,
met
yeah.
today.
Well, I mean, I.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
just met today.
All right. If we could gather around. And Lane gathers up everyone. Well, Mina and Lex, while the 2 of you were up there, Ash had a very smart idea to remind us all that the harbor might be a good way to find transportation north of here. At the very least, if there are no aquatic vehicles there, well, then hopefully it won't be as populated and we'll have time to bunker down somewhere briefly, come up with a second plan. Do either of you 2 have thoughts on this? Mina just immediately looks at you.
No, I think north is good. I don't know why, but I feel like on foot might be a safer option.
I did mention that we could try to find a railroad track that headed north, stayed on the island.
Yeah, and if we can just, everybody's gonna want to try getting out, and I mean, Andy, you said the bridges are hell, and
Yeah, they seemed pretty packed from the air.
so if we go to a place where we don't have to rely on roads or already populated paths, like, I think we need to break the rules. And so I think
Is
on
there a
foot
way that we could do both?
go to the harbor into
Well, it's because I mean I completely agree with what you're saying, but wouldn't the ultimate way to not have people be around us is to be in the water?
But then we're chancing finding a vessel.
Yeah, we are. But then if there are no vessels from there, we could find a track.
We decided it was sort of on the way, right?
Could
Well,
be,
it was on the way to
right?
the tunnels. I don't know if it's on the way to a track.
I mean, if we're on the west side, I mean, that's going to New Jersey, but
Ugh.
True.
the bridge and tunnels are right there. So
I
I definitely
us-
agree with Lex that we shouldn't even try the bridges or the tunnels.
no. We stay away from the bridges of the tunnels.
yeah,
But I think that we
go
can
open
try the
air,
harbor first.
Open water.
Yes.
I think the harbor makes sense.
Andy kind of waves the radio. What did you want to do with this? Kind of looks over at Lane, and Lane kind of shrugs. I don't know. I was just wondering if perhaps it was possible to use it to procure transportation, but maybe the military is not something we should be trusting right now. I don't know. It was just a thought.
I mean, they shot all those people down in the park.
What makes us think they won't shoot us?
Wait, what?
Might be
This is
useful
this
as
is Andy talking. What do you? They shot people in the park?
Yeah.
Were they? Well, they were
A lot of
infected,
people.
right?
No,
No.
they would have shot us if we'd have stayed.
Yeah, hence the whole bomb thing, bombs away thing.
I mean, I was saved by a squadron.
Seems like you're a pretty
Was
lucky
he?
guy.
Huh?
Can I roll?
An insight check.
Yeah, can I roll
A vibe check.
Vibe check on that?
Yeah.
Because now suddenly this becomes very interesting.
Yeah, roll a vibe check.
13.
13. With a 13,
The vibes are off.
yeah, with a 13,
The vibes are middling.
With a 13, the vibes are off.
The vibes are off.
You don't necessarily feel like he's directly maliciously lying, but
Yeah.
something's up.
I like look at him and I look at Anita and then I look at him again and I'm like, that's really cool that they saved you.
Yeah, me and
Can
a
I,
bunch of others.
can I
How many
like sort
people?
of seeing Lex's look make a vibe check as well? Maybe an advantage because he's my brother.
A vibe check has been rolled. I will allow you to roll
Okay.
a vibe check without advantage.
Okay.
The vibe check is very upset.
check is upset. 24.
Oh, okay. With a
Oh.
24, you see a look of guilt on your face.
How many people fit in a military helicopter?
There was
Andy.
there
What's
was
going
five.
on?
There was 5 of us.
Andy,
It could have
what's
fit
going
more, I
on?
think. What?
Don't act like I don't know you.
Okay. What are you doing? What? What do you mean?
What are you not telling us?
I'm telling you everything. I was with a group of people. The squadron saved us. We got in the helicopter, and the helicopter crashed.
And they saved you.
Yes. Me and the people I was with.
Okay, Andy.
Did
We need to be telling each other everything, but
What
Yeah.
do you think I'm not telling you? I was in a helicopter. They were there to save civilians. I don't know what else to tell you.
okay.
where did he say where it crashed earlier?
He did not. No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just clock that.
Okay.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that the radio could be used later on, but maybe we shouldn't draw attention to ourselves right now.
Right. So now the next question is, Richie speaks up. When do we leave?
Let's give us like an hour or two of rest and then we should leave.
What do we think?
Let
Couple
people-
hours?
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. I think if we're gonna find a boat, the sooner we leave, the better. But I think everybody.
Well, we don't have that much time either.
All right.
Let's say 1 hour, 45 minutes.
I think we can spare 2 hours.
I think
I think we
2
can spare
hours.
All right. Well, make yourselves comfortable. We got quite the journey ahead of us. Everybody kind of finds their spot. Whether it be on the floor or if injured or allowed to pretty without guilt get on the furniture. And
Not the furniture.
yeah.
So we draw the line.
Yeah. And you wait for 2 hours. Are there any conversations or anything that you want to do during this time? You can all kind of sit in silence if you want, but let me know. Yeah. Ash, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a shower while there's still hot water.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
I'm wearing,
I think a couple of
I'm
people do
wearing
that.
scrubs. Yeah,
Yeah.
switch into my normal clothes.
As you like are pretty obviously like standing to like go over there, Rachel looks at you and kind of winks and says, "I'll be right in there." Joking, like she's clearly like sitting down, like she's not going anywhere, but throws out that joking little jab.
Yeah, I go take a shower. I get changed. Wait and see if Rachel actually comes in.
She's
but,
not. Yeah.
I come out wearing like a normal t-shirt. My hoodie's taken off, and it's my arms are bare for the first time. And as Ash comes out, you see that they are covered, like full sleeves and tattoos.
Yeah.
Just dark black ink of botanicals and like mandalas and like little like one of the tattoos is a start of like hash marks for years of sobriety.
Mm,
So there's 3 lines.
nice. Richie kind of whistles. It is some nice ink, my friend. You are more badass than I thought.
You give up some things, you gotta fill that void with something else.
Oh, it's addicting, that's for sure. He rolls up the like thin sweater that he's been wearing, and you see on both forearms he is covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
His seem to be more like symmetrical in nature, and are just kind of like abstract like designs that I would say relatively easily are like Gaelic in nature, as he has them up his arms. And and also you pretty much assume with the last name O'Leary, safe to assume like it's a traditional thing.
We're sharing tattoos. I start
Keep your
unbuckling
pants
my only tattoo is right on my ass cheek. My right.
Wait, that
ass
was
cheek.
real?
That was real.
And this is the first time. I don't know if actually, you know what? I don't know, Jimmy. Jimmy, roll a straight up cunning check.
Okay. I rolled a 3 plus 3, 6.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I am gonna say it, but you can't act as if you know. But
okay. Oh no. Okay.
So far, Officer Kavanaugh has led you to believe that she has not seen a single thing that you.
Oh
Yeah, but you don't catch on to that. But you don't catch on to that.
Yeah, that was season 5 of Jackass. They did it with a hot coal, right on my ass. That was great. It was just an honor to be around those guys. I did have my ex-wife tattooed on my arm, but had to get that one removed. You know what I'm saying?
You're married?
Yeah, Billy speaks up and says the same thing. You were married?
Yeah, I mean, turns out she was She was using me. It's fine. No problem. It's like if any people want to, come in and out of my life just to use my brief, fame to further themselves, that's totally on them. I have no remorse. In fact, honestly, I wasn't even really that attracted to her.
Keep telling yourself that. A voice that none of you have heard in a hot minute speaks up as Calvin is kind of like sitting up on the ground, like rubbing his jaw.
Shit, we should have left earlier. Hey, Calvin, how you feeling?
Hey Jimmy, how
remember
you
all those
feeling?
remember all those shitty things you did before you got knocked out? Those still like on your mind, or you just got knocked some sense into you?
I remember shooting you. I remember how good that felt.
What the fuck, man? Come on. Come on. You're like a little baby, just pretending you're so tough. Oh, great, you shot me, and now you like it?
All right, let's not rehash this again, okay? Both of your members are of equal length, please. He's over here sitting down. He's not talking. Jimmy, maybe you should take note.
First of all, there's no way they're equal length.
As this 2 hour, is there anybody else that does anything for during the little break? Yeah, Lex.
At some point, I would find my way over to Anita.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not Mina comes is up to her.
Okay.
But I would want to like sit and just start asking Anita a ton of questions about her farm, and
Okay.
just like trying to just like make conversation, but also trying to really paint a picture of like the safety and like,
Yeah.
is this gonna be safe? Is this
Yeah.
I would tell you a lot about it, but also be like, I don't know if you would notice this or not, but like I'm not giving like the city or like exactly where it is.
Mhm.
Kind of looking at Andy, understanding that we're giving ourselves room to.
Yeah, you catch. I would say
Lose
go
us.
ahead, roll a vibe check, Lex.
Okay. Another natural one.
Oh, okay.
So
Never mind.
I'm just so like, yeah, distracted by just like,
Yeah, you don't
like,
catch the
there's-
looks between Anita and Andy.
Yeah, it's so cool that there's like, and what kind of, is it animals? Is it?
It's a cattle farm.
Fuck yes, cows are so cute.
They are. Cows are
Yeah.
underrated. Yeah, they're very cute.
Yeah,
Very cute. We
they're
have other
mouths.
animals too. We have chickens
Oh my god.
and a couple really big gardens. We don't have a lot of crops, but like
Yeah.
big gardens and
And you grew up there?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 6 of us, 7 of us. I think there's 6 of us.
In your family?
Kids.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we're a big one.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm the youngest, and everyone thinks I'm pretty crazy for living here. And I guess
Hey,
they'll have a big.
don't
I told
include me
you
in
so.
on that.
Okay, Andy's very supportive, but everyone else thinks I am absolutely insane, and Andy might think that now that this has gone down here.
And you just kind of. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I feel like that would be toward the end of the conversation, because the thought of there being like family there, and then her mentioning that like her family thinks she's crazy for living here makes me think of how my dad was like, yeah, cool, you can go to Juilliard, there's so many better music schools, there's so many good music schools, like have you ever thought of Berkeley, have you ever thought of like this and this, and then I just I'll like get quiet and want to throw up.
As these 2 hours continue, for the sake of this, kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, you all regain 1 hit point.
Aw, thanks, Zach.
So you get back 1 hit point.
If that 1 hit point is what saves me, I'll take it.
Exactly. And you feel rested. Ash. Towards the end of this 2 hours, you have noticed very rapidly increasing symptoms of infection coming from Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of this 2 hours, she is like hunched over, breathing heavily, sweat dripping. Do you do anything?
Hey, stay with me. Hey, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you some meds. It's gonna be okay.
You like she lifts her head up in your direction. Her eyes are so bloodshot that it is fire truck red, other than the black pupils, which are completely dilated over the irises. And then she kind of slumbers back down.
Yeah. Has the state of the bite itself like changed?
You lift up her shirt. She doesn't fight you at all. Protruding past the point of where you have bandaged, you see blackened, very dark purple veins extending from either side. And then Rachel falls forward and starts having a seizure and starts shaking and uncontrollably twitching.
Somebody help me hold her. I think it's the fever. It's causing her to have...
Holy shit! Okay, yeah. So who runs over to help? Anita runs over to help. And the two of you are standing over Rachel as she's like shaking, and foam starts to come to her mouth that then turns pink and then a deeper red until blood is pouring out of her mouth.
Oh god.
Her eyes, out of the tear ducts, single tears of blood start pouring, and then she looks up towards you, Ash, and in screaming pain while twitching, manages to say, "Ash, what's happening?" And then a violent turn of her neck, and she falls to the ground. There's a moment of silence. Holy shit! What do we... Oh my god. Another beat of silence. Another one. Rachel leaps up and attacks Ash. Before I roll this D20 in the chat of doom, I want to say that for the sake of season 2, since there is no clickers, to up the ante on chance of bite for runners, I am going to allow a 19 or a 20 to be a chance of bite. But so I'm going to roll this D20 here in the chat of doom. That's a 10. Plus 3.
That beats my AC, yeah.
Okay, all right. So she is going to do...
And I would say that I would use one of the bonus actions, but I was not prepared for this in any way.
Okay, yeah. I appreciate the character choice. She does 3 points of damage to you as she like reaches up and headsbutt you. And Ash is immediately falling back. Anita, what do you do? And this you have a moment to react, Anita.
Can I take like the pummel of the machine gun that I have and try to just like, I don't know what's going on, so try to just like knock her out, or at least knock her out of the way?
Yes, roll for an attack, but just roll a d20 and add your muscle score. Because you're not proficient in swinging the butt of a gun.
Yeah.
At close
You
quarters.
can add that to your proficiency.
So just a d20 plus muscle.
Is 12.
12. That is going to miss. I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, that misses. She is then going to attack you as she reaches over and lunges at you. I will roll this in the chat of doom. Okay, it's only a 9. So
This
she like
is-
reaches at you, but you duck out of the way quickly. Now, Lex, Jimmy, do either of you do anything in this one moment?
Um,
You can say no.
I'm part of the
I-
injured crew,
Yeah. Okay.
just hanging out.
Yeah, I feel like I would try like to pull Ash and Anita away.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
reach forward to grab Ash and pull her away. She's going to attempt to attack you, Lex.
No.
That is a 17, which is going to hit.
I'm going to, for this, because she is infected, use my bonus action avoid to make that a disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, that's still 17.
What?
That is 4 points of damage to you. As she reaches forward and kind of like scratches at your arm, causing it to like rip. Actually, she doesn't scratch at your arm. She just hurts you. Okay.
Fine.
My brain kind of. I had a brain.
Okay.
I had a brain fart in that moment. Richie is going to shoot, and so is Lex.
Oh. Lane, do you mean?
Lane. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll shoot.
I'll stand up and shoot if I have if I think that I have an open shot and I don't.
With Ash or with Lex pulling Ash away, I would say for sure.
All right, I'll shoot. I'll stand up and shoot.
I
rolled a 1.
roll
Oh,
again.
no.
That's a 17.
Roll for damage.
Why?
You specifically said if I have a shot. You knew that this was a dangerous shot.
No! Come here.
Oh!
3. Or no, plus. Oh wait, plus agility. Oh, so that's 1.
Just
1
1 point of
damage.
damage?
Yeah.
Okay, since it's 1 point of damage, I'll just say nothing happens. But Anita, the bullet like right beside you.
Oh
Like
my
you
God.
feel your hair get moved, but you don't take any damage.
Watch out.
Richie, Lane missed, but Richie hit with a. Richie lets loose like a little bit of a burst of his submachine gun. It 3 bullets hit her chest and then her throat as she's kind of like thrown back. She looks extremely hurt, but she's going to make one final lunge at Anita.
There's a lot of noise.
That is a 19. Oh, I didn't do it in the chat of doom. I'll do it in the chat of doom. I've been doing the other ones.
That's really nice of you. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
17.
That's
Okay.
even worse.
Okay, so you take 4 points as she reaches up at you. Anybody want to do anything in this moment?
I mean, I'll take an attack if I can
What do you attack with?
with my new machete.
Okay, roll for an attack.
My new machete. The latest from Hasbro.
I'm pretending my gun is like broken, like kind of like inspecting it and like
Oh my God.
I got a 19.
19 minimal damage will kill Rachel, and she lunges up at you, like clearly bleeding even more from the bullet wounds. You fall back, pointing your machete up. She just lunges forward, and the machete enters in through underneath her chin and out into the spinal cord where it connects with the brain. And she like, and then slowly
Oh.
falls forward on your machete.
I kind of just let it go.
And that is where we are going to take a bio break.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna go back to the bathroom.
So we will be right back with the continuation of part 3 of season 2. So don't go anywhere, but do make sure you stand up, stretch, maybe get some water, and we'll be right back. Hi, we're live. Welcome back. Hope that you stood up and stretched and maybe got some hydrating liquids. But if you didn't, then too late. This is live. Can't pause it. Nope. Don't pause it. We're gonna continue. So where we last left off, Rachel Schiff finally succumbed to the infection at her side. Ash and Anita dutifully tried to help and were the victims of a couple of attacks, and the rest of you watched in horror as Rachel was shot and then skewered with a machete. Anita drops the machete, kind of crawls back, and in that exact moment, we return.
That was a lot of noise. That was a lot of noise.
I crawl over. I'm so sorry.
Billy leans down, puts his arms on either side of you. Hey. Did everything that you could.
I thought I could help her.
No,
I thought that we could get out safe. I don't know. Yeah.
you couldn't have known what was gonna happen. Hey, are you okay? You see, I fucking said this was gonna happen. And we need to make sure that neither of them are fucking bit now. This is Calvin, obviously.
I'm not bit. You can check me. I'm not bit.
Andy comes over and helps you up, Anita. Are you okay?
No. Ash, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be the one to I'm sorry.
It's okay. You did what you had to. What needed to happen.
You bit, Ash? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I don't.
Lane looks at you, Lex, and nods over to the door. And then he looks out the window. He's clearly like, you're right.
Check.
That was a lot of noise. See if you see anything. Yeah.
I'll go over to the window as they're having this conversation, or continue to talk and just do a scan.
Yeah. The door, you mean? He motioned you to the door.
Oh.
He's looking out the window. He's looking. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
He looks at you, looks at the door, and then he starts looking out the window.
Yeah. I'll go to the door with my hand on my newly acquired Magnum.
Yeah.
Which I looked up on the internet.
It's basically like the sheriff's gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool. I feel like a badass. I really feel like I'm from Texas now.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a Texas appropriate weapon.
Yeah, and I'll just have my hand on it as I look out.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a search check.
We got a search check. I'm never gonna roll as well as I did in that moment of adrenaline on the roof.
Well, not with that attitude.
Oh, okay. Maybe I will. That is a 21.
You don't see anybody. But you do hear across the hall heightened voices, and you can barely make out some of them saying basically arguing over what that was.
Yeah. I'll shut the door, lock it, and then try not to draw attention. Go over to Lane, and just
he doesn't even look at you, but he notices you approach, and he's continuing to look out the window. Anything?
Yeah. There's people next door. It sounds like they were yelling. It sounds like it was about us.
All right. We need to keep an eye on it, but it's very possible they're more afraid of us than we are of them.
Yeah.
He looks at. He then makes turns and makes eye contact. Good job.
Thank you.
He then looks back out, and then looks back to everybody else. Ash, I'm incredibly sorry that you had to suffer through that. Anita, if we need to patch you all up, we need to, but we need to move. We've been waiting long enough. Billy kind of stands up. All right, let's take a fucking second, okay? This was pretty traumatizing, all right? This is... And, like, for Billy to be saying this kind of, like, hits home for you, Ash. He goes, this is a fucking loved one, okay? Like, let's just take a second. And Lane just scoffs and rolls his eyes and says,
Yeah,
yeah, and he just starts, like, packing stuff up. Like, packing up his backpack. Yeah, does anybody do anything?
Yeah, as at Billy saying this is a loved one,
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at Ash like a little apologetically, but then look at Billy and be like, "Hey, man, we all have lost a loved one here, and no offense, Ash. Obviously, really sorry. But we just stirred up some stuff, and I think it's in all of our best interests to get out as soon as possible."
Yeah.
Is there a sheet or like some sort of
There's
something
actually
that-
there's actually no beds in here, but there are used towels now.
Can I, since we're leaving, can I go into the bathroom, which is my favorite place in the whole world,
Yes.
and rip the shower curtain
Yes.
off the shower and like drape it over?
Yeah,
Rachel.
easily enough for sure.
And
Billy
I'll like squeeze Ash's shoulder as I finish.
Billy looks to you, Ash. Are you all right?
We gotta go. And I do a quick search of Rachel's pockets just so I can get like some ID, something off.
Yeah,
of her.
you're definitely able to find some ID. You're able to find her phone, and along with her ID, her wallet, her house keys. You're able to find, and then in the wallet, you find a note.
I take it all with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I take the sheet and drape it over her. While the sheet is like already draped over her, is when I like and can't see her face. I pull the machete.
yeah. Yeah.
Clean it and hand it back to to Anita. Kind of use Billy to like help me stand up.
Yeah, he's right there for you.
Yeah. She hurt people. I gotta, before we go, I should help.
I mean, yeah, if you think you should, I know that supplies are limited. How are you feeling? And then he looks over at you and how are you? How are you feeling?
I've been better, but I know that we need to conserve resources.
We also can't have you slowing us down. And no offense. I mean, I'm saying we should help you.
I do think I could use a little bit of help.
So mechanically, what's going on here?
I'm at 7 out of 15 right now.
Okay.
Where are you? Because Lex was also hurt. Just so I know for resource allocation.
You got Lex. You already got Lex up to 10. Unless you didn't mark that off, but I think you did.
Well, they got hurt.
Well, I got hit again.
Oh shit! Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm back down. I lost those 4, and I'm back down to 7.
Damn.
Yeah. Which is like, it's fine, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Anita, I would do the protector.
Because sorry, that's Anita's class.
Yeah.
We've got Not today.
Well, if we don't want to use all 4. I was gonna say we could do 2 and 2.
By the way, with that 2-hour rest, you also got your bonus actions back.
Yes. I love this game.
Because I'm at 6 right now.
Okay.
You're at 6.
Well, then we got to get you
And
up for sure.
Yeah.
You need it.
Oh my
You
god,
need it
put your
back.
own oxygen mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Well, and
sure.
do we want to take a
We have-
minute for
we have 8
Medina to learn the thing?
Oh, that would take a
Healing.
while though.
Oh, does it take a while?
I mean, she could have done it over the 2 hours.
Yeah, I didn't talk to her.
I've
It
got.
happens instantly in the game.
We've got enough. I can get. Lex up to 8, and then we can give Anita 3 to get you back up to 10.
Did you
Okay.
give yourself any?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay,
because
cool. Did you use the last of it? The last of us?
the last of
The last
our
is-
supplies. Yeah.
I hereby promote myself to the non-injured part of the crew.
Speaking
He's
of,
so funny.
Officer Kavanaugh looks over at you during like kind of all the like ceremony, and she says, "Do you think do you think you're fit to get going? Or am I gonna have to carry you, like we said?"
I'm fine, thank you. I appreciate the offer, but look, and in a moment's notice, I'll be there to carry you as well. So we gotta carry each other's back, kind of thing going on.
All right, sounds good. I mean, we gotta get to that 4th season, so.
We gotta get it. By the way, I don't think you've actually given me your name yet. Should I just call you Officer Kavanaugh, or?
You really don't remember my name?
I want to say Jennifer.
Yeah, you nailed it. Officer Jennifer Kavanaugh.
That's a pretty. I gotta be honest. It's a sexy name.
She stands up and walks away and doesn't say anything.
Oh
She's
no.
playing hard to get.
Oh no.
I think she fucking hates your guts, Calvin says, as he goes and stands by the doorway. Let's get a
Hey.
move on here, people.
I look over to like Lane.
Uh-huh.
I say to him like, "Hey, what are we doing about Seaman over there? I could just hit him in the back of the head, knock him out, tie him down."
Lane kind of like looks at you and he nods. All right. What are we going to do about Calvin? Calvin kind of like froze his brow. What do you mean? What the fuck are you gonna do? And Lane
Calvin.
doesn't answer him, but looks at everyone else expectantly.
Calvin, listen. It's not you, it's us. This is not your group, this we're just going in different directions, and so we're gonna head off on our own thing.
And I'm gonna be
Nobody-
right there with you.
Don't make this difficult, man. Just
What, you
stand together.
breaking up with me, Jimmy?
No, I'm not breaking up with you. I've already severed ties with you a long time ago, like 2 hours ago.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Listen, I'm going to stay where I am the most protected, which is with all of yous. Are you gonna tell me that you're gonna make me stay? What are you gonna do? Tie me down? Lane kind of steps forward, puts his gun away to the side, letting the strap hold it. If that's what we need to do. And then he looks over at everyone else. Now's your chance to sway the votes, Calvin. Calvin kind of looks at everybody. I don't know, you just ask yourselves. Are you the type of people to leave a man defenseless, alone by himself at the end of the world? Lex, what do you do?
All Angie wants to do is sing Liability by Lord, but that song's not out yet.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would just look at Calvin and look at the rest of the group and just you're not coming with us, man.
Hmm. Hmm. What about you? Calvin looks over at you, Ash.
I mean, you're an asshole, but I think you deserve a fair shot. I'm not going to tie you down, but I wish you'd find your own way.
Billy from behind you says, just fucking get out of town, guy. Richie steps forward. He says, I'm with my friend Lane. That's who I'm gonna side with. Mina steps up next to you, Lex. This world isn't. You can't be an asshole in this new world. You gotta stay behind. And then she like looks to you, Lex, says like slightly for approval, but then like looks away.
I like.
Andy steps forward and he says, I don't know this guy. I think it's a little weird to just leave someone around, but I mean, I don't know. I also don't feel like I have any right to say anything, so looks like you fucked up somehow, guy. Officer Kavanaugh steps forward and she looks over at you, Jimmy, and then looks over at Calvin. And then she looks back at Jimmy and says this to Jimmy, but to everyone else, and says, I think you should stay. We need some people with some integrity. Some people who are willing to do what they need to do. He was trying to save us on the way here, so we should let him stay.
Jen.
She rolls her eyes and scoffs, and then like crosses her arm and leans against the wall.
Well, despite her vote, I think it's pretty obviously in the favor of you fucking off. So
You too, Blue Eyes? He says to Anita.
I gotta be with the group on this one. Like Ash said, I'm not gonna tie you down, but you know where we stand.
Alright. You fuckers are gonna live to regret this. And he turns and he walks out the hallway. And continues down the hallway.
I grab him as he's leaving, and I hand him one of my sharp object ingredients.
Okay.
And I just kind of put it in his palm, and I say, "Hope you kill yourself with this." Just kind of let him go.
He is shocked in that moment and does not have a comeback and just kind of scoffs and acts as if he didn't care, and walks off. And you know what? I know I haven't done it yet, but I just feel like you got some DM inspiration for that.
Yes.
Nice.
That was
Good.
good. That
was a good full circle.
yeah, that was a nice full circle, my man.
Wow.
Okay, so Lane kind of looks at everyone else. All right, are we ready to get going? Yes? All right,
Do it.
Richie, I got the back. Richie says. Um, and all of you start to leave the safe house. Lane leads the way. Richie brings up the rear. And you all walk down a staircase that is lit only by the emergency beacon that keeps blinking, giving a very eerie red strobe effect to the staircase as you walk down. But eventually you make it outside. The area right in front of your apartment building seems to be relatively clear. Lane looks at everybody, kind of nods, puts a finger up to his lips, and then very quietly says, "Let's try to not talk if we don't need to." And he moves his way down the street. Anita, make a search check for me.
That one.
Okay. As we continue to leave, everybody makes their way down the street. Who would be at the front with Lane or near Lane? Anybody? Lex?
At
Yeah.
this point, yes.
Yeah,
I
Lex
feel
is
I'm
like
his little sidekick.
a little. Yeah, Lex is like a little soldier in training. Lex, will you roll a search check for me?
No.
Lex, do you have a gun?
Yeah,
She has
I
that
have the gun
Magnum.
that I took off the guy that tried to
There was
attack me.
also a rifle that we found at the safe house that we didn't decide who that went to.
Yep, that's true. A rifle is at the safe house.
Could I say that I grabbed it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yup.
as we were packing up.
It's just like slung over your shoulder with a little leather strap.
And I will say, I should have made a bigger deal about this, but given the circumstances of this day and what's gone down and who I was before we got to the safe house versus who I feel like I am now, I probably would not have brought my violin.
Okay. So you left your violin at the house.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm deleting it and replacing it with the rifle.
Okay. Amazing.
Wow.
Mina's with you as well. But yeah, did you roll a search check already?
Yeah, and it was a 7.
Seven.
Right.
As you approach, you guys are kind of sticking to the main street, occasionally going into some alleyways, finding your way around. You do occasionally see, like, in the distance, like, just like people like running by, shadows of people lit by fires. It's crazy. I mean, it's complete chaos out here. There's a moment where you see a flash of light and then several lights, Lex. As you are exiting an alleyway, on the side of the street where you are not going, meaning you can just like leave and avoid them, you see 3 military individuals dressed in hazmat type combat gear that are currently pulling a bunch of people out of a apartment building and gathering them up on the middle of the street and putting them down on their knees.
You said that was happening where? Like in front
So like
of
let's say you're coming out of an alleyway to the right,
Yeah.
down the street is where you need to go. That's happening like a block to the left.
Okay. Since I'm up toward the front, would try to veer us right
Yeah.
away from like down a street that
Yeah.
is like gonna give us cover from that specific.
Mina grabs your arm as you start walking away. Wait, are we just gonna leave those people? That looks bad.
Mina, we are looking out for us right now, and I know it sucks, but we have to just keep moving forward, and we have to just keep saving ourselves. I know. We are all we have.
She reaches out and she grabs your hand,
And I like will pull her.
and she
to
follows
the
you.
right.
The rest of you see this as you exit the alleyway. Does anybody do anything, or do you just in this specific like moment, or do you just continue to walk? Yeah, that's what the apocalypse does. Ash?
Ash is really conflicted,
Yeah.
but if the group is like going that direction,
You like look. You're looking in both directions, and you look in the direction of the group, and Billy is a couple steps ahead, and looks back at you, and like with a really sad look on his face, just goes,
If
already-
I oh
I've already been through too much
yeah,
today,
yeah,
and keep my head low and try and follow.
for sure. What were you gonna say, Lex?
I was just gonna say if they're because if we're veering right and I'm like kind of guiding and pulling Mina, I would this is gonna sound so like silly.
Say it.
But like if there's a way that I could like give Mina's hand to Anita and be like stay together
yeah,
just in case because I like feel a like sense of responsibility and want to like be with the whole group and not just Mina,
for sure. No, I totally
but
understand.
I don't want Mina to be alone, so like I would just like grab Anita's hand, give it to Mina, and whisper like stay together.
Mina and Anita both nod. Andy is behind you, Anita, and keeps moving forward. And in a moment where it's just like kind of the two of you within earshot, are you good to talk right now? It's okay if you're not. You're dealing with some real life puppy stuff. I know.
Yeah.
Real life puppy
there's
stuff.
nothing I can
Bo.
do.
Okay, so he kind of looks at you and he says, "Are you're 100% positive? We can trust these people."
At least to get out of the city. I mean, look, I know you saw some of the same stuff I saw, and there's power in numbers.
They left a man behind.
Yeah, I mean, he was an asshole.
Dad's an asshole.
Look, I don't know that that's what I would have voted if the decision hadn't been pretty much already made, okay? I can't say that I agree with that one. But the alternative is you and I go off on our own and try to do this just the two of us. And that doesn't, I mean, I'm sure we could, but I don't like our chances.
Let's just say I'm still very adamant that we have this conversation when we've gotten off the boat.
I hear you. I do. I think for now we need people.
Okay.
But I
Right.
hear you.
He continues to
Hey,
walk.
What are you not telling me about what happened before you got there?
Roll a convince check.
Ah, 7.
Kind of looks at you. You see him gulp, and his eyes well up a little bit. I was with a group, and we saw the helicopter and we all ran. And we got on, and we could tell that there wasn't enough room for all the people I was with. And while I was thinking about what to do, while everyone was just kind of wondering what do we do, some asshole, he closed off the fence and locked it, and they were all screaming. But I mean, I was already on the helicopter, so Roll a vibe check.
14.
It's pretty truthful, but there's still something off.
Just like give him kind of a look.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that just goes to show we got to be careful with who we trust, huh?
Yeah, exactly. He kind of turns his attention forward and keeps walking. You all continue to travel throughout the city. It is a not super long trek from where you are to the harbor. It's a good distance, but you're able to get there in under an hour with all the obstacles and things that you try to, dodge and avoid. Eventually, you come across a harbor and you see that it is pretty empty. There's not a lot of activity here. It seems like there's like chaos stuff, chaos and things strewn about. But you are able to see two aquatic vehicles that are not only docked at this harbor, but currently occupied. On one, you see a what looks like a middle-aged to maybe a little bit older married couple who are putting supplies from the boardwalk onto the boat. And at the other boat, you see 4 men in military gear stocking up a boat. Both seem adequate size to carry everyone. Lane looks back at all of you. Right, what do we do?
We've learned that the military is not the option.
Let us peacefully board.
I think maybe just 1 or 2 people should go talk to them so they don't feel threatened.
We're talking about the couple, yeah.
The couple. I'll go talk to them. They probably recognize me, and I can ease in through just my kind of natural charisma.
Alicia stands forward. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think if we
Jen?
want to put our best foot forward, we don't put the big mouth.
Hey, look, I'm charming when I need to be,
My name's Alicia, you asshole. And you asked me this. Never mind.
Oh, well, why'd you say Jennifer?
I didn't, you did. No, you really. I thought we. Ugh, you're so blind. And she walks in the direction of the old couple. Does anybody join her?
Oh yeah, I'm right up next to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the old couple's the way to go. No offense, Lane, Richie, but I'd like to avoid any more paramilitary assholes.
Lane nods his head and says, "It's a brilliant idea." So I think it looks like Officer Kavanaugh and Jimmy are a little bit ahead of everybody, but it sounds like everybody starts heading in that direction.
I'll stay back. I don't want to be involved in the negotiation, but I want them to be present.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
They see, yeah.
I run up to her, Officer Kavanaugh. Hey,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're mad at me about something.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were a detective on top of being a comedian. And she keeps walking.
Hey, I run up to catch up. Hey, look, I'm sorry about the name thing. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. But I can make it up to you. I promise.
She stops. How?
Once we get to this barn, this farm, wherever it is, let's just say, I got a few tricks up my sleeves. I'll just say it'll be memorable.
You're so stupid. And she kind of chuckles and then keeps walking. The woman of the couple is inside. And you see an older guy wearing like jean jacket with like fur inline, carrying what looks to be some supplies. Looks to be like the last crate that they have onto the boat. He hears the clip clop of feet on the boardwalk, and he looks over, bends down, and takes out a 12 gauge shotgun and turns it towards you.
Hey, whoa!
Not one step further.
We're just here to. We're kind of in a
back away.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Leave us.
Can we quickly talk? Do you recognize me, Jimmy? Sorry, I guess my moves are a little bit for a younger generation.
Barbara.
So,
the woman on the inside of the deck comes out, and she has a pistol that is at her side, and she's kind of like looking over. Listen, I don't want to hurt anybody, but we can't help you. Try them.
Great, that's great, but we're actually desperately need to. Hopefully, you can help us. We're trying to get away from the island. It's really bad there. We're hoping to get to the other side of the water, and I think there we have a farm, and then I look to Anita like wide-eyed, and then we have this farm, and then it's safe there. I know it, and you can come join us if you want, and I can catch you up on all my movies.
Roll a convince check.
Okay, my convince is +6.
Nice.
18 total.
It's not gonna be enough. He lets off some shells into the air, pumps the shotgun again, and directly points it this time. I'm sorry, we can't help you.
Look, we get the picture. You seemed like nice folks. We're just trying to get some injured people across the water, but yeah, okay. Well, we'll try down the dock.
Kind of lowers the weapon a little bit. We used to be. And then he just puts the shotgun down and then just waits for all of you to back up. As you all start to back up, Lane, as soon as you guys are out of earshot, says, right, I don't want to be the first to say it, but I'm going to be. We can easily take that boat from them.
That's true. But
In front of a bunch of military?
What are they going to do? He just shot a gun in the middle of the air. They didn't move a muscle. They didn't even flinch.
and that's if these guys are actually military.
Yeah.
They might just be survivalists, nut jobs.
What they are is they're more numbers and more armed than the two old people. We need that boat. We don't have to hurt them. We can just take it, get to where we need to go, we'll give it back to them.
You're not wrong.
I'm on board. We gotta take chances. Apocalypse is a young guy's game, you know.
Mina kind of like sighs. Come on, I mean, where do we draw a line, everyone? Like, this is their boat. They said no. What? We're gonna attack them?
I would kind of look to Andy for some guidance. I've been driving the
Yeah.
ship a lot, but I don't know.
Andy looks at you. He looks at the old couple, looks at everybody else. His brow kind of furrows, and he just like shakes his head and looks down, doesn't really say anything.
What do you think, Alicia?
I think if we can do it without harming them, we need that boat. Billy steps up like proudly next to you, Ash, and is like, I'm gonna back my friend here. What they decide, that's what I agree with. I trust them with my life. We should get the boat.
I just want to remind everyone that we did say we would come to the harbor, and then if nothing was
This isn't
available-
nothing, Lex.
I mean, these are people.
Do we
They're
have anything
not-
we can offer them instead of just threatening them?
I don't think we have anything good enough to offer their freedom.
Lex,
Like them
Lane puts a hand on your shoulder, Lex, and you see him like. Even if I mean, it's up to you to decide how Lex feels about it. But even if he's saying something that Lex disagrees with, that he's genuinely trying to like, meet you in the middle, or like, or like reach you.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Lex, come on, you've seen it. You know what this is now. You know what this is like. This is something we need to do. You have to see that, right?
They're coming with us. We're getting
Yeah.
off island. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, we're not going to kill him.
Okay. But how are we gonna get them to let us on?
You all distract them, and I'll get on the boat another way.
Okay.
I've got good upper arm strength. I'll be able to climb up from the front and get them from behind.
I'm pretty good at distracting. I'll talk to them a little bit, kind of bring them away from the boat onto maybe the edge of the dock.
Whatever you can do. Just don't get yourself shot, Jimmy.
I'm too charismatic to get shot, although I am nursing a gunshot wound.
I would go with Jimmy as
We
like
can-
Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna sort of stay back and like look out, like see if the guys on the other boat react to anything that's happening, or if there's anybody else approaching.
Yeah. As you approach Jimmy and Lex, the old man looks up, sighs, grabs his shotgun, doesn't point it at you, but just holds it. I thought we talked about this.
I'll look at Jimmy and I'll point the new rifle that I had back at him.
At Jimmy?
No, at the guy, the man.
He's not pointing the gun at you this time. He's just holding it. But you can still do that if you want to. I just want to.
I'll hold my gun.
You like get it
also,
ready. Yeah.
Just to show him that
For
I
sure.
too have a big gun.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man. Listen, we don't want to take this boat from you. We just need a ride. We aren't. My name's Lex.
Don't
I
tell me
went
a
to
name.
Juilliard. I went to Juilliard. I had a violin, but I had to leave it because this is the way of things now. And I like hold the gun up, like, what do I do with this? This is Jimmy Caraway.
I look at Lex. Yes, this is me, Jimmy Caraway. Of course, we've met earlier, just kind of recently. It seems like, it's crazy. It's like one day you're not in an apocalypse, and then another day, boom, just like that.
Donald?
Crazy.
You hear the voice from the inside of the cabin as Lane has already dove into the water, climbed up onto the front of the boat, and is escorting Barbara out of the cabin with a gun to her head.
Yeah, so like I was saying, we just need a
I
ride.
I pull my gun on the old guy. All right, sorry, man, but this is the game now. If you kindly step towards me.
Anita, make a search check because you specifically said you were looking out.
I'm rolling really very badly. A search check
Yep.
is gonna be. What'd you say?
I said yep. Search check.
Oh, a 10.
10. It's not enough. The old man is kind of like stepping closer to you, and as he like gets a little bit closer to hand you the gun, a bullet enters his brain, and he falls to the ground dead. Barbara immediately, Donald, and runs over to him. Everybody make a search check.
What?
Now I roll well. 21.
11.
17.
14.
Jimmy and actually no, just with a 21, Anita, you immediately look in the direction where you like, I mean, where his, like, you can see the shot come from, but also heard the gunshot. The dock is like lower, and then there's staircases up to like where the actual like street level of New York City is. And on there, behind a like metal trash can, you see a figure kneeling with a rifle pointed in your direction. And with a 21, you notice a very familiar baseball cap and pair of sunglasses resting on top, as Calvin is holding a rifle and now firing it in all of your direction.
Do I have time to do something?
Sure, yeah.
I would like to take out my machine gun and shoot back.
Okay, so you take out your submachine gun. It's a difficult shot, but go ahead and roll for attack. No? You just kind of like instinctively spray wildly. The bullets like hit the metal trash can. He ducks down. Those Jimmy with a 17, you see that the military guys all look in that direction, quickly finish putting up their boat, and start to pull out.
Quick, everyone, get on the boats.
Yeah.
Step.
Another shot is going to ring out towards Anita. That's a 14 on the die, so a total of 16.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled a 1 on the die, so that's a total of 4 points of damage.
Ouchie.
As a bullet rips through your thigh. Does anyone else do anything?
Ash would take one of the guns out that they have and grab Billy and start just kind of firing back in like suppressive fire.
Okay, yeah, I'll say he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Cool.
So you start pulling Billy. Billy's like, "Holy shit, the fucking guy's an asshole!" And he starts pouring him in.
I go to the wheel of the boat and start actually trying to pull out.
Okay, yeah. Officer Kavanaugh goes up with her gun. She's going to fire. That is a 3. She misses.
Does Lane still have Barbara? Or is Barbara draped over?
Barbara's draped over Donald. Lane is going to the front of the boat to help Jimmy.
Okay. Oh my god, I hate myself, but I love myself in the midst of all this.
Yeah.
This is so dark. Can I shoot Barbara?
Where's he going?
Okay.
Lex, what happened?
Do you just go? I mean, are you attempting to kill her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just. I mean, she's sobbing over the body of her dead husband. You can just walk up behind her and pull the trigger if you want.
And it's with my rifle, so that's a dirty 20.
You immediately walk over, pop her. Andy looks over at you, Anita, wide-eyed, and looks over at Lex. Calvin is going to fire again. That is a natural 20.
Who's he firing at?
We're about to find out.
Oh, fuck. Honestly, I hope it's me after that.
Okay, so it can't be Jimmy or Lane. We got Officer Kavanaugh, Richie, Billy, and oh wait, natural. Yeah, well, that's a 19 on the die. I did roll for the disadvantage. I'm sorry, but I will say with you suppressing fire, he would aim at you or Billy. So we've got Richie, Anita, Andy, Lex, and Mina. That's 5. Okay. I'm not going to tell you these numbers, but I am going to roll a 20. Okay.
7. That's good.
Officer Kavanaugh gets shot right in the chest, and she falls to the ground, clutching her chest. Does anyone else?
I run over.
I'll say you can go ahead and hear this. You hear her, ugh, and she hits the ground. Does anyone else fire back at Calvin or do anything else?
I'll fire at Calvin.
Yeah, roll for attack.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you have a rifle, especially.
Also, just as a question of clarity, how was it fully loaded?
There was ammo, so all of our guns were full. So I don't know what the max.
For a rifle, I think I didn't write it down, I guess, but I think it's 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take a shot. That is a 14.
14 is going to miss with the cover of the metal trash can.
Okay.
He is going to fire back at you. That is a 4. That misses. Flies right by your head. Anita?
I want to just take some grab Andy and take some cover.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. I'll remove you from the target list. Ash.
Ash is running up and was gonna ask Barbara this.
But she just got shot in the crossfire.
Well, I was running and saw you do it because I was.
Were you trying to hide the fact that you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said in the scheme of things, in like the.
Well, yeah, I know, but
But I'm running towards you.
I'm gonna say.
If that's the case, then I don't. If I couldn't.
Well, no, I'm gonna say you just need to roll a sneak check.
Okay, I kind of am regretting everything now.
No, hey, you made the decisions your character would make.
It's a 7, so.
A 7, and roll a search check. Ash. Cash. Okay, so this is what I'll say. You like slyly aim your barrel towards Barbara, but you notice that Ash will see it if you do it.
So I do notice.
Yeah, you notice that Ash would see you if you did it. You can still do it, but Ash will see you, and you know that.
Because that's what I was trying to do. Was it just like as the crossfire happened, I wanted it to be like.
I understand, but I will say you have a huge rifle, like even with and it's a boat, so it's pretty you're within 5 feet of a bunch of people, so it would be kind of hard to hide the fact that you're taking a rifle and putting it to somebody. I mean, I think you can understand that.
Yeah. I guess I just imagined that it was a lot more chaotic.
I mean, you can try to do it with your handgun, which would be easier.
Nah, because I had the rifle pointed. So,
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I think, then with the 7 and whatever Ash got, I would have already made the move to do it. And then, before, as it was happening, noticed that Ash saw me.
Yeah, well, she doesn't. They didn't see you. They just if you were to do it, they would see you. Right now, basically how I'm imagining it, because once again it's a rifle, is like you're like looking in this direction. Because if you just like flat out like pointed, like, I mean, it's a rifle, you know, so you can't do that.
It would have been like
so I think like
I was like,
yeah, or like, you know, I see your like arms crossed and like you're holding your rifle here like how you would, and then the barrel is like under your arm, like pointed at Barbara. So they don't see you trying to kill Barbara.
Yeah.
But if you were to go through with it, they would see that the flash of the barrel. You could blame it on an accident if you wanted to.
Well, then, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna see Ash see me and like too obviously nervously redirect and like not shoot Barbara, but now they have seen that.
Yeah, okay. Totally.
So Barbara's not dead, everyone.
Yeah.
Listen, I think No, listen, I'm sorry.
This is me. No, this is me. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. Thank you for providing me the opportunity. I had
Barbara
a thing in my head.
stop writing in. Barbara's like, are you happy?
Yeah. The only retcon I'll ever do.
All right, Lex. So what do you do as you approach the boat? Not Lex. Sorry, Ash.
I was the whole time before Barbara got shot. So now I will continue with that. In mind. Run up as like Billy and I get up to like Donald's body and Barbara and be like, Barbara, where are the keys?
They're in the ignition. As she says that, the engine immediately starts. Lane looks back at the first person that he can see. You just asked for the keys. You're looking in that direction. Ash, cut the ropes that are tying them to the dock. That's what he says. Another shot is going to ring out. I'm going to roll this in the chat of Doom.
Doom chat.
Okay, it's 5. It doesn't hit anybody.
Dear God.
Now everybody's kind of moving in. That I'm just going to now. The shots that he's we're just going to roll to see if he hits anybody, and then we'll roll to see who it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go to cut the ropes, Ash?
I do, but I don't have a knife, so I start to undo the ropes.
Okay, yeah. You start to undo the ropes. Anita, you do see that happening if you want to assist.
Yeah, I would go up and help with my machete.
Go up.
My new machete.
Cut both of the ropes easily enough. The boat starts to pull away.
Is Alicia on the boat when she got shot?
Yeah, she's looking at you right now. She's on the boat. And she's like, oh.
Holy fuck. Ash! Help!
Jimmy!
I'm like yelling for Ash.
Okay, yeah. In that amount of time, another shot is taken. That's a natural one. His gun jams.
Nice.
And no more shots
shoots him instead.
And no more shots can be taken by Calvin.
Yes.
So as you pull away, you start to get a good like 5 feet away from the harbor. Ash, you hear Jimmy calling for you.
Fuck, she's shot in the chest. Please use everything you have. I think she.
Search the boat. There might be something here. I don't have it. We don't have anything.
Ash, you come up to Officer Kavanaugh and immediately know that this is futile.
Yeah. You don't have anything? Use it? Are you already used it all?
I go and I put hands on Kavanaugh and try and
oh, that hurts.
Prevent the blood, so she has as much time as we can give her. But
yeah.
As we pull away, I am just I just blood curdling scream, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, love that. You see him stand up and his arm goes up in the air. You can only assume it's a flipping of the bird. And he angrily throws the rifle down and throws his hands up, clearly currently at a loss. And Officer Kavanaugh looks up at you, Jimmy. What's my name?
It's Alicia.
Although you look like a Jen, I gotta be honest. Hey, I'm like bending down. I got my hand,
Hey,
steady her a little bit. Hey, it's okay. It's gonna be okay.
you should pay really close attention for when you need to do your next death scene.
What?
She kind of like rolls her eyes back and then kind of comes to for a moment. And she reaches up and she touches the side of your face. I'm sorry. I'm really glad you were sleeping on that bench. You're gonna have to do the fourth season without me. But you gotta make sure that the show doesn't get canceled, okay? She grabs your head and pulls you in. And you know what she's saying when she says, the show must go on. Right?
Show must go on. We'll get you in as a guest star in the later seasons.
She laughs a little bit again. And then her laugh turns to a face of fear. And she kind of opens her eyes and tears start to stream.
Hey, it's okay. Just thank you. Just for being nice. I don't meet many people that are nice, honestly, and just thank you for that. By the way, that memorable night at the farm, it was just Yahtzee.
Stop it, you asshole. Don't make me laugh. Jimmy, you're a good guy. Stop fucking around, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And she kind of has that face that turns to fear for a moment again. And then she's looking at you but past you. She doesn't see you anymore. She sees the sky above you. The noises from the city, the chaos starts to kind of fade away. And you see her shudder as if she's right on the verge of sobbing. She inhales. And as she exhales, you see the life leave her body. And then she is simply staring at nothing. No longer existing.
I stand up, kind of look around. This is a fucking shitty day, man. God damn it. I just kind of walk away.
As you walk away, you feel a pressure around your waist and on your back. And you kind of like lift up and turn, and Mina is currently hugging you from behind.
Hey. Hey. Thank you. I appreciate it. Give her a hug back. Wow. Damn.
I don't mean to. I don't mean to bother anyone, but we've got trouble. And you look ahead, and the boat with the military men is starting to turn back around and head in your direction. And they let out a big bullhorn. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. You're muted, Angie.
We can take them.
So that is the end of the session. Another emotional session, more character development. But it looks like they might be getting out of the city. So
after 3 episodes.
So we'll see what happens next week at 6 p.m. Central for the final part of season 2. And this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Central, we have the next session of our Tearoth campaign. Ian's character is currently a statue. A new NPC friend has died. Lots of other people almost died. Morton did die. Lots to digest in this week's episode, so make sure you stay tuned. Social media. What? Level 6. They're all level 6? Yes.
Level 6!
Stay tuned at Charmed Persons on pretty much all social media. And you can catch up on YouTube, Spotify. This show and recent Tearoth episodes are not on YouTube or Spotify, but they will be. So just stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all the announcements I have for now. Really looking forward to the finale of this. Thank you for trusting me, players. Thank you for watching, audience. And thank you, my players. Best players the GM can ask for. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.